is February 20th, 24. It's about midnight. Last couple of days have been a lot. 2 days ago was the 18th. I was in Alliance. Okay. Outside of Texas Roadhouse, women are walking in and they're griping. And they're like, nobody better say a word. We looked it up, and the guy wasn't even a judge that they were having them do this to her. Okay, nobody better say a word. We found out he was impersonating. Okay, well, I go to a couple stores. I go in Marks. Okay, people are complaining in there. Right? Go over to Walmart. Women walk by. We looked it up. We told those people not to say a word to her. These people will be arrested for voyeurism. Where she uploaded it, where I put on my Facebook, they'll go to jail for voyeurism. Taking naked pictures of somebody without their permission, it's 1 to 5 years. Is exactly what they did. Okay? Taking naked pictures of somebody without their permission. Well, not alone without the drugs, the rape, and everything else. You know what I mean? What she's saying is exactly what they'll get charged with is voyeurism. At the least, and she's blah, 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 blah. I told them not to say a word. Okay? People walk by me. We're tired. And then they're talking like 3 or 4 different people. Some ladies on the phone said none of her harassers showed up. I wonder what's going on. Walked to the end of the aisle, and no lady's on the phone. And says, well, these people are tired of her ex-husband scamming her. Well, I take my client, I get in the main aisle down by the veggie aisle. The guy's on the phone. He got real loud. He said, these people already confessed they photoshopped everything before him. He said, they told us not to say a word to her. And that man was impersonating that judge. I want him. I want them to find out who he is. I want him. And he's screaming it. And I'm turning around looking at him. No, she doesn't know who I am. And I want that man that was who caused all this and did all this. Okay? All right. Then today, in Hartville, some guy was there with a lady. He said, I found out that the police have been telling people not to believe her. We told them to stay out of this till we get a hold of this. Not for them to run around telling everybody not to believe her. He's telling some lady. He said, I see her. He looks over at me. He said, we told him that she's with us. And they were supposed to stay out of it. Well, we got a hold of this. Not to be telling people not to believe her. Was running his mouth. He was mad. He got in the car and left. Okay? Oh, one of the things they said in Marks, some guy, before we went to Walmart, walked by and said the ones that are down here investigating today, nobody finds it funny. We all watch what she does for a living, and nobody ought to be making fun of her. Nobody better be making fun of her. We all watch her with that lady today, and we've watched her all day today. And we watch what she does for a living, and nobody ever better make fun of her. And we don't think it's funny for what those people did. And he was mad. And he said, everybody that came down here to investigate, that nobody thought it was funny, anybody making fun of me for what those people did. And with what she does for a living, none of this is funny that anybody make fun of her. I take care of the handicapped, the disabled, and the elderly. While these people make fun of me, I take care of the most neediest U.S. citizens. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. Okay? All right. Oh, you want to hear something? Found out today, someone I know. Their mother is a real judge. A real judge. Yeah. And that person sort of kind of thinks very highly of me. And I told him about the voyeurism tapes. He's like, you get in a lot of trouble for that. I already told him about Dave saying heartbeat on his own. He can't do that. Mm-hmm. And guess what? His mommy is a real judge. Real judge. And I told him about Alex, impersonating retired Judge Pete. He's like, he's going to get a lot of trouble with that one. I told him about a bunch of other stuff. And yeah, his mom's a real judge. Real everything. A real sitting judge. Not retired. Not impersonating a retired judge, but a real one. And you can't do any of this. I told him about the shower scene in the other room and all that other stuff before. And you know what? He told me, now I want you to know there are still some people that were raised to believe that the police are knight in shining armors and that they are the good guys of the world. And even though you're grown women and men have delusions that they're good people, knight in shining armors, to the end, and find out that they're nasty, dirty men. Mm-hmm. I told him about the shower scene in the other room. He's like, you know what? With my mom being a judge, he said, I know some officers. He said, even though they couldn't ever do anything with that shower scene in the other room, he said they probably kept it for their own personal enjoyment. It's like, don't. These were to destroy it. Okay. He said yeah. He said, they're dirty enough they keep it for their own enjoyment. I'm like, don't even tell me that. But, yeah. And you guys can't do any of this. Mm-mm. None of it. And told me that a long time ago. And his mother's a real judge. A real judge. A real judge. You want to play? Not impersonating judge. A real one. And you can't do any of this. And it's Dave scamming people. See, like they said in Walmart Alliance, people are tired of her ex-husband scamming him. It's a big scam. Him and his stripper girlfriend, her brother breaking in a house, stalking somebody, photoshopping washings asinine to make you look weird and then laugh that you did. Like they said, these people already confessed they photoshopped everything. And date rape, drug me, beat and rape me, leave me bruised, throwing up, heart racing, personally infected, and not know what happened to me because I've been so drugged up and told to say weirdo stuff, so I've been sleepwalking and never talked to anybody. This is our nation's disgrace of our legal system. All these people that did not arrest them swore their lives over to protect everyone from foreign and domestic terrorism. This is domestic terrorism, a group of people to further their own beliefs with threats and harm to human life. They were to be arrested. You can't even threaten a human life. And I have been raped, tortured, almost murdered, skull crushed in human trafficked in protected custody. Yeah. They got a lot of bad guys off of it. But I'll tell you what, they can't do any of this. And I think that idiot ex-husband, I think this is his way of thinking he can get out of alimony. That he thinks the police are so stupid that they would actually or think that they could put me in jail for him photoshopping, washing, and drugging me up and telling me to say stuff in a sextortion scheme when they all know it's illegal and they already know I'm framed and they're not that stupid. And I think that's his little way he thinks he can get out of paying alimony. The only way he gets out of paying alimony is if I get married again. He's in contempt of court. By next month at this time, it'll be a felony. He'll be so far behind. It won't even be a misdemeanor, it'll be a felony. I'm going to go ahead and upload this. But yeah, there's people down here investigating. They actually pulled a case in the police surveillance of carrying around the house. It's a house of horror. A lot of bad guys on tape. I had a state patrol officer pull it. Was talking to a guy, said, really, all those things really happened to her. He said, yes, it's amazing she's even all right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to upload this.